Hey guys, so we're eating food again.
Yeah.
So we're back. We just got back from our last two shows.
I'm not supposed to bite into it yet. I'm sorry.
You're fine. We just got back from our last two shows of the week. They were really cool and high energy, and they were like concerts pretty much, and it was pretty great. I enjoyed them a lot. It kept me I kept singing afterwards, just random shit. And we got food, so we were trying the black and white cookies. I've seen them all over New York and haven't tried them yet. Oh my gosh.
They're so good.
Why haven't I been eating this the whole night?
Well, like, frosting is just, like, no matter what, it's gonna be good.
Uh-huh. But, like, they're so soft.
This is like those cookies that you get at Safeway that have that frosting on them. It's like, it's almost, like,
The
really,
sugar
like,
cookies.
undercooked. It's like that. I don't feel bad.
Almost like those Granny's sugar cookies. Oh my gosh. Yum.
In one of the performances, these two guys on stage, they gave, like, they're, like, doing, like, kind of like a space-themed performance. They're, like, just, like, it was, like, EDM music, and they were just saying over and over again, gotta blast off, or...
Yeah, and then they went into some political stuff, and they were like, you know, I'm black like Jesus, and like...
Fuck Trump.
Yeah, pretty much.
Heck Trump. And then they started making out for like 3 minutes on stage. And this one guy in the crowd was really into it. He was like, yeah! Like, yeah! Like every...
And soon as they started making out, he's like, yes, best friends! And then started taking pictures of them.
They're best friends?
There was one guy on the other end that was like clapping and stuff, and he's like, yes, best friends! And like took a picture. And he kept like waving his hands in the air, and I was like, that's who I want to be when I grow up.
Oh, yeah.
I've noticed like, people ask me what I want to be when I grow up, and it's like, yeah, I can say like, oh, I want to be a teacher, I want to be this and that and the other thing, like, but part of me, like, I meet certain people, and when I meet those people, I'm like, I want to be them when I grow up. Like, there was, like, this old lady at a different show we were going to, and she's like, take me back to 1977. Yeah. I was like, I want to be you when I get older.
Oh, my God.
The grilled cheese. And we have this little, like, Coke gummies, too.
Hey, would you hand me my water bottle?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've tried these before. They're really good.
Gotta work a little bit.
They're slightly cold, so they're like not as chewy.
Pretty good. Kind of like bitter. It's like kind of like the adult version of like gummy bears. Anything that you have to have like an acquired taste is like more prestigious.
I cannot tell you guys. So, Phantom of the Opera, if you've seen it, oh my gosh, the movie, the Broadway show, whatever. I went to the Broadway showing of it today. And at the very beginning, when they had to lift the chandelier to get into the story and the music started playing, I started tearing up because I love that show so much. I've seen the movie so many times. I used to sing Phantom of the Opera with my middle school friends all the time, and I just started tearing up. And I was so happy. I was like practically crying at this show today. It was so amazing, beautiful. The actors were phenomenal. Everything was so precise. I couldn't get over how like really well done a Broadway show is. Like that was like the first like show on Broadway I've seen. So like I've seen stuff like in the Heights and stuff before, like just like live and everything in like Portland and stuff. But this is the first show I've seen like on Broadway, like Broadway show, and I'm just flabbergasted at how good it was.
Yeah, the Book of Mormon was pretty cool. He burnt this shit. I don't realize, but he burnt it. It's still good, though.
I think he gets distracted talking to us.
Yeah, that's true. God, if I wasn't so charming.
I know, I was gonna say, this old man that works there, he's, like, super nice and everything, but when you think about how great the food he is like, it's alright, like, food, but I think he's so nice that he can just, like, convince us to come back.
I come back because it's $2 bagels and I'm broke. But also, you know, those two guys, you know, they're nice.
Ooh, this is spicy. He warned me this is gonna be like real spicy, and I love it. I love spicy food. I got like a Cajun chicken sandwich.
Ooh, that does look good. Ever since I got that one breakfast sandwich from them, it was like a egg bacon cheese sandwich. The bacon looked very off, so I've been scared of like their meat ever since. So it was like a weird color. It wasn't bacon color. It was like dark brown. It's not how it should be.
So now we're mukbanging for you more.
Crumbs all over your bed. I'm so sorry. I'll wipe it off. It'll be like they were never there.
It's fine. Totally good. We ate breakfast at Tiffany's this morning, and I vlogged that, and it was so fun. And going in there, we asked what the most expensive thing was, and that's what I showed you guys, like that $12 million necklace or whatever, that like that area right there with the $12 million necklace. Like that was like the most expensive little area right there. Those rings were pretty close to that price too. I think they said the cheapest thing they had was like $130. It's crazy. But they were so pretty and they were so nice. They let us like try on rings and stuff. The one that she tried on actually fit her. Mine didn't fit me. It like barely fit my pinky.
Yeah. That's a little, I don't know, $16,000. That's a little too cheap for me. I would need nothing less than 25 mil. I don't think my hand could support that. If it was...
I know, seriously. I was gonna say her hand turned red immediately, like soon as like
my problems in life. I can't carry the diamond on my hand.
Oh man. Oh. Yeah, that definitely sounds like a first world problem sort of thing.
The saddest thing, when you've bit around the edges of your grilled cheese and you reach the middle and it's the best part, but you know it's gonna be over soon. Moment of silence.
R.I.P. to the grilled cheese. Full beauty guru with food.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So this is my Cajun chicken sandwich.
My gummy bear.
Oh my gosh, this week was so fun. We watched 12 shows this week.
Like, it went by so fast.
Yeah, like, I'm not ready to go home. Like, I really am not ready to go back to LA.
I miss it. So much.
I don't know.
Smart, I saved my cookie.
I might have to come back. I might have to move here, actually. Like, who knows where I'll end up.
You.
Yeah. You can live in, like, LA or Seattle, and I can live here, and then, like...
And that'd be so nice, because
we
then
just, like,
we
visit
don't have
each
to
other.
pay for a hotel.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Who's Etsy? Who's
it's Ezfly, and it's the Snapchat name of my roommate. She's probably like, "You're coming back tomorrow." She's been alone in the room. So we live in a triple dorm, but she's been alone in the room for this entire week because I've been here and my other roommate's not doing a Jan term. So Jan term's like the class that we take for only like 3 weeks between the fall and spring semesters. And it's optional, but I'm taking one, and I'm in New York for the first week of it. Esme's taking one where she's there the entire time, and Danny's not taking one at all. So Esme's been alone the last week in the room.
Yeah.
So she's like ready for me to come back.
Also, for anyone watching, I don't know if I have been chewing with my mouth open this whole time. It's a very bad habit that I have. I'm not proud, and I've been working on it. Shout out to my roommate Fiona, who tells me every time I do it. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I just did it again.
I tend to like every once in a while like talk when like I know you can't see it as much and stuff like that, but man. And then with gum, I'm really bad at like smacking my gum.
Yeah. Okay, I think this is from your sandwich.
Yeah.
You get some ASMR.
You get it all in this vlog, guys.
Yeah. 3-hit combo. Oh god, I just broke. Story time. Trash the hotel. I just bumped into that thing.
That was funny. Oh my gosh. Watch this be like the video that like makes me blow up. Like I upload it and it just
Oh boy. I get 10%. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
I don't know why this would blow up, but it's just like us eating a gummy bear, you eating.
I guess it like
Is that what people want?
I mean, I don't know. Like I don't watch many mukbangs. I know I do when like they're YouTubers that I really really like Nikki and Gabby when they did a mukbang one time before they took it down. I like watched that thing all the way through and I was like, yes. I was like, I love them because also like what you talk about can be funny too. So it's just like honestly, okay. I love Nikki and Gabby. I think if you've watched my past videos, you know this. I met Nikki. Like, they're amazing people. And I don't care whether they're, like... Because there are times where, like, you know, I know that they go through the YouTube standards and then they, like, you know, are, like, appealing to their younger demographic and stuff. And then there's other times where they're, like, this is Nikki and Gabby Uncut. Like, fuck it. And, like... They do all that stuff, and I love them no matter what. Like, when they do that kind of stuff, I love that they act. Sometimes, like, I can see that, you know, they go out clubbing every once in a while, like, and do all that stuff, and they go drinking with their friends and everything, and then they're, like, cursing and having the time of their lives and having mukbangs and stuff, and I'm, like, I love seeing that side of them more, too, especially being an adult now myself. Like, I loved, like... them opening up about that because that's part of growing up, you know? And like, yes, I know they have a younger demographic and there's like certain things that they try to do still as far as the YouTube world, but I love seeing that other side of them still too.
I would hate having, like, if I was like some sort of celebrity or like internet celebrity or something like that, I would hate having younger fans because I would not want to like censor myself for them, but I would like feel bad about it.
I know. Like when I was younger, I liked the idea of like one day becoming a Disney star.
But
I feel like if I was a Disney star nowadays, I'd probably have like I'd probably still be pretty fine with it for the most part because I'm really not like that bad. But now that I'm in college and like experimenting with me and who I am and everything, I feel like if I were a Disney star now, I'd like freak out a little bit just because like they want you at certain standards and I just don't know if those could be met with me at like right now while I'm experimenting with life. So yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Stop.
I went slower for you.
I know. It took me a second to...
You kind of already bought me a Coke, though. This is Happy Cola.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, you know the Office episode where they're like, you can't talk? No, like, you know you can't talk. The Coke was sold out. And that was so great.
You just say, remember that one Office episode? I'm like, yes.
I know. I
I
haven't seen very many of them. I'm only on like season 3, but there was like that one where she like jinxed him and he couldn't talk, and then the cola was sold out. Ugh. I'm at the point right now where oh my gosh, Jaime just messaged us and he's part of the group, but I can't stop this right now because we're going strong. So
yeah. Are we on a roll here?
Yes. Anyway, I just got to the part in Office where like Pam recently broke up with her fiance. So and like Jim is still like with the other branch in the company right now. So he like just switched over. So that's where I'm at right now. Cuz I got like into Friends this over the last semester and stuff like that. And I watched all 10 seasons of Friends like right before I got here actually. I finished it like a day or like a couple days before I came here. So then I came here and I was like, you know, all into the Friends and just finished it and I was like flipping out about it all and stuff like that. And I'm gonna go back and watch it again at some point, but I was like, I feel like my life is over. And then I came here and came to the Friends building, the Friends fountain, and I'm like, okay, this is like not over for me. I was like, this is just the beginning. I was like, after watching that last episode, though, I was like upset. I was like so butthurt, and I was just kind of like, it's over. And I was like crying a little bit, like in a few different times of the episode, and I was just like, ugh.
I think how they ended it was perfect.
Yeah,
like the last line was, "Hey, let's all go get coffee," and then Chandler says, "Where?"
Yeah.
Perfect. Here, I'll be right there.
See, like, I'm so amazed with some of the stuff that because like in the first couple seasons they hint at like they're like, oh yeah, and there's the whole Dylan Cole fiasco thing or whatever, which Cole Sprouse plays Ben in like later seasons. So I'm like, how in the first couple seasons they're already referencing stuff from like the 7th season? So I'm like, how much of this was planned out already?
Oof, don't want to be too
It's
close.
so crazy.
Okay. There we go.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy to me. Like, I just love it. I love all the characters too. Because I feel like it represents certain friend groups very well with the whole, like, different people can come together and just be friends.
Yeah, well, that's like, you know, like every TV show plotline ever is like unlikely people or like people with very different personalities coming together and like being forced. Like Community, The Office, Arrested Development, you know, Friends, like those are the main ones. And they all follow that same line and it works. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you had, like, a show that was just, like, all Chandler, like, just 6 Chandlers, and they're just all, like, riffing off each other, like, constantly, like, getting, like, really insecure.
I feel like if you did it the right way, though, that could be a hit show if you really tried really hard.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
But, like, 3 of them. Like, max 3.
But Chandler, he works because he, comments on situations.
Yeah.
You know.
I was gonna say, if they had 3 of those, they wouldn't know what to do with their lives, because they all would just be like, stop copying me.
Yeah.
Just like Glee. Glee is another one of those shows that's like that, and I love it.
Yeah. You know, I felt like, am I in, like, the New York episode? 'Cause when you're, like, singing on the subway.
Oh my gosh,
I was like I was so worried like if other people are like just got off of like a late night shift and had been working all day and then there's a bunch of white girls being like singing Macklemore.
We were singing like Downtown, and then we went to like Avril Lavigne,
the king of rap,
Queen, and like it was crazy.
Bad Baby's the queen.
We were like walking down the street like singing Bohemian Rhapsody and stuff, and like Adele. Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah.
It was mostly, like, at the end of it, it was, like, me and, like, one other of us. Like, she was a part of it at one point. Like, she did little things here and there.
Yeah.
And then, Shelby also joined
I got into it when there was no one else, like, really around. And then on the subway, I started humming, and then through the streets, I was like...
Yeah. See, I'm, like, really shameless with that kind of stuff, I guess, though. So it's just, like, meh to me.
Oh, no. Okay.
After going to a high school like mine, it was just kind of like that. So I was gonna say,
she went to High School Musical. That's.
I know when we tell stories about my high school, it's like really funny. Like we did like pancake feed breakfasts, like and like assemblies and stuff, and I put together like lip syncs, and we did lip sync competitions, and like there was like random people singing in the hallway. There was one time they tried to form a glee club, and like there's like me and my friends.
One time they tried. Wow, we almost did something.
And I created
What happened?
They just, they didn't continue with them the next year or something like that. And they didn't have a good, like, advisor for it to keep it going and, like, keep it strong.
Yeah.
And if it was going to be just a club at first. It wasn't going to be, like, any competition or anything, too. Like, I created a dance club, but we didn't do, like, any competition or anything with our club right now, too. And they're in their 3rd year doing the dance club right now. And right now they actually don't even have a coach, so.
There was someone was trying to start a dance club at my school, and they wanted to, like, compete at, like, school dances and stuff, like, against each other, I guess. So, like, they would each form. But no one joined. There was, like, 3 people who were in it, and this one guy, like, I told him, I once got into a conversation with him that I was like, oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, like a dance club. And I guess he took that as, please constantly pressure me into joining this club until I get really uncomfortable and tell you to back off.
Yeah.
I guess. And it was just like the worst. He would see me in the hallway, and then like I'd be walking to class, and he'd walk like a tour guide in front of me, walking backwards, talking to me, being like, "So, dance club," and I'm like, "Never."
Yeah, some people like think that they're like, "Oh yeah, it'd be really cool if we had a dance club," and like some people take that as like you want to join, but really, there's a difference between people like I specifically asked, I was like, would you join? And some people said yes, and some people would just be like, nah, but I'll watch it. Like,
maybe I was like too nice and be like, yeah, if you did this, I would join. And then they did it, and I couldn't uphold my end of the deal.
and
Big old bait and switch.
Yeah. And then me and my friend group used to always sit back in one of the classrooms and like sing random songs. There was like one time we were singing Backstreet Boys, and one of them got up and started dancing. He actually like goes to school here and stuff like that too. And so yeah, me and my friend group, we're actually kind of like friends, and I've kind of like determined who I think everyone would be.
Everyone's done that, yeah. Who would you be?
I think I'd be more Rachel than anyone
Yeah?
else. Yeah. Because I was thinking like between Rachel and Monica, but I feel like I'm a little, because like I can get my cleanliness and like the like freak out certain things like from Monica, but at the end of the day, like I just feel like I'm like can be as dramatic at times as Rachel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I feel like I have the louder personality and can like socialize and do that kind of stuff and want to do this and that and the other thing, but at the same time I'm just like, I don't know, and she really like worked at being like a hard worker after a while and stuff too and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I just feel like I can relate to Rachel pretty well.
Who do you think I would be after a week of knowing, or a week of like being in a room with me? Who am I?
I feel like you're like a mixture of Phoebe and Chandler, in my opinion. Like a mixture of those two characters.
Yeah, that's what I always get. I was just like, I didn't want to say it because like that's like everyone loves them. I didn't want to be like, so I am the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to my friend, one of my friends in that group, about like who I think everyone would be, but they're not very far in the episodes yet, so they haven't even seen like some of the other things like yet. And I also feel like
I think the worst thing you could say is that someone's a mixture between Ross and Monica. It's like, okay, I guess I'll just die.
I don't know. I think Ross is funny. I like Ross's character. I don't know.
But him
but if
and
you were a
Monica?
mixture between Ross and Monica, that would be like, could you imagine being like the boring paleontologist part of you, but then also being like a clean, neat freak? Like,
yeah, what is really? Let's have an honest conversation. What does Monica bring to the table? What?
She's a chef. She makes Thanksgiving dinner every year for them.
Okay, what besides that?
What besides the food and the nice apartment?
Yeah.
For all them to hang out with.
She's very loud, and
But she marries Chandler.
Yeah, he's stupid, I guess. And then it's like, I don't know.
I liked her crazy little, like, freak out moments and her cleaning. I guess, like, because I've been, like, even diagnosed with OCD in the past and stuff like that. Like, it's not very serious and stuff. Like, I've learned to, like, deal with it and stuff like that. And it's not, like, too bad or anything. But I have been told that. And so I guess I can, like, relate to her in the cleanliness sort of way sometimes. Because, like, when I was in middle school, I couldn't even have a sock on my ground without, like, freaking out. I was, like, really bad at dusting and stuff, but I had to make sure everything was put away and clean. And even, like, when things started getting messy after a while, like, in high school, I became more, like, messy with my room and stuff. But I at least knew where everything was. And so I knew when someone came in and, like, messed or moved something of mine. Mm-hmm. And so, like, that freaked me out after a while, too. And then, like, when I started cleaning my house every once in a while, like, every once in a while I'd clean the house to be nice. And there was one time I started, like, even, like, scrubbing the walls. Like, I was still in my pajamas for the day, and I did the kitchen, I did, like, the living room, I started scrubbing the hallway walls, I did, like, the little family room area.
See, I just organize the candy wrappers. I don't do anything else. Hey, can I have a bite of your sandwich?
Yeah, go ahead. You can try, like, this
Okay.
half.
Cool.
Yeah, because I don't know how much of it I want to, like, eat
Also,
anyway.
where am I supposed to look with this in? Because I've just been a narcissist. Okay, oh, fuck. I just want to make sure I'm not, like, have my bee-sting chin angle.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Please don't screenshot and Photoshop this, please.
It's really spicy, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm too white for this shit. I need emergency mayo. I'm a saltine.
Some milk.
He needs some milk, yeah.
Got milk? It's funny. I'm like one of those people, I don't care, and I'll just drink water afterwards. Like, I'm like, it calms it down enough for me to be fine. Like, I don't know. I'd rather just be refreshed afterwards like that, so.
It's like a nice type of torture at, at Mexican restaurants when they got the little chips and the salsa, and it's a little bit too spicy for you, but it's like, you don't want to, like, ask them to be like, I'm very, like, uncultured, please adjust, So you kind of just endure it.
See, I used to live in Louisiana for a short period of my life, and a lot of my family's from Louisiana, and I have, like, my mom and papa live down there and everything, and so, like, I get, like, jambalaya, gumbo, like, my mama's potato salad is the best in the world, I swear. Like, and when she specifically makes it, too, because, like, when I make it, I don't know, like, she has the touch where she can, like, at this point, like, taste it and knows what it needs to taste like and knows how much of seasoning to put in it and stuff like that, and, like, is so gifted with that, and I just, like, love Louisiana food so much, and I have, like, rich family history down there. Like, there's a show in Louisiana after my family, like, from the past and everything, so, like, the Cajun's, like, in my blood. Like, we use seasoning on everything.
Hey, so I feel like I'm just staring at them in the eye, like it's, I feel like I'm making them uncomfortable, it's like it's too much eye contact. I don't know. I'll get the hang of it someday.
Yeah.
You say like that. I've noticed a thing about you. You say like a lot of things are in your blood. Like singing's in your blood.
And there were some things that were like really always there for me throughout my life. Like I was really interested in my family culture. Like very Italian on my mom's side, very French on my dad's side. We're very Cajun French on my dad's side, and I have the Chauvin last name. So like, and I lived in Louisiana and got to embrace that culture a lot, and like it meant a lot to me. And like singing, I've sung my entire life. Like as long as I can possibly remember, I sang, and like I just sang and sang and sang. And like, and I also remember like everyone used to get annoyed with it with my family and stuff, and I stopped singing seriously around them after a while. Like, but like she even complimented my singing voice today, and I like loved it. And I've also been playing clarinet since 5th grade. I learned how to play bass guitar senior year. I listened to like pretty much every single genre of music and every decade of music except like hip hop. I don't listen to a lot of like, especially newer hip hop. I'll listen to some older stuff. Like I'm okay with like listening to like Will Smith soul songs and stuff like that, and like
Wait, Will Smith?
Yeah, he came out with like rap music and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Back in the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air age, like there were other music he came out with and stuff too. So,
Bernie Sanders wrote an album too.
Who?
Bernie Sanders.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot what it's called.
Huh.
When I was younger, me and my sisters, we had this little video game called American Idol, where like you had a microphone that you plugged in and everything, and you had the judges, the old judges. So it was like Simon, Paula, and then Randy Jackson, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So and so there were like different levels. There was like easy, medium, hard. And I was really young. I was like 6 years old, and I loved singing and stuff. I would sing all the time, but I didn't know any actual songs, so I'd just sing the word "yeah" at different pitches. It was really annoying. I didn't know, but I guess the setting was set to hard, and I sang "Unwritten" by Natasha Bedingfield, classic, and Simon just like roasted me afterwards. He was just like, it was rubbish, and I cried in the bathroom. I like locked myself in. I was like, I'm never singing again, and it was like kind of the turning point of. So that's why I'm not a famous singer, is solely because of that moment. Man. How things could be
crushed
different,
by the fake Simon. Oh, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Simon, you ruin dreams sometimes, but he's gotten soft in his old age, though.
It's because he had a kid.
I know, just like Gordon Ramsay's gotten real soft too. Oh my gosh.
I think he's only soft like with kids, or has he been nicer to the adults?
He's been nicer to adults too.
Wow. I wonder why
it takes him a lot more to yell. He has like a 6-year-old daughter or something like that.
Yeah.
The last few years. I feel like once you have a kid, you like die down. There was a teacher at my school who like there was a teacher at my school who like I thought he was like the most arrogant like annoying person in the world. And, like, as soon as he got married and had a kid, I could handle him. Like, I could finally handle him. So by my sophomore year, I hated him. By senior year, I was like, all right, you're good. You're all right. So, and I sent him a friend request on Facebook after I graduated, so.
Wait, so did he change, or is it
just
he
he became nicer and humbler and everything. So, like, he humbled down and, like, I don't know. Yeah.
That's nice. One of my teachers, as soon as I graduated, she got my Snapchat because she asked for it, and I didn't know what to do. So I just gave it to her because I would feel weird if I didn't. If I said no. I should have lied. I should have been like, oh, I'm the one person who doesn't have one.
I know people who don't have Snapchats, so.
Maybe. But, and then I posted something, not too long ago. I got these Crocs for Christmas that have, like, they're black and they have flames on the side. I actually got it from a kitchen gear website because they're non-slip. But, so I got those, and then I posted on my Snapchat story, like, I put a picture and I was like, just ordered these bad boys. And then in the next post on my Snapchat story, I said, it was like a video and it was like me typing in, it was like, here, you can edit this part out.
It's fine.
I typed in, is there a thing as too much pussy? on the search bar, and I was like, me in 4 days when I get the Crocs or something. And then she saw it, and I was so embarrassed. Oh, no. And I custom blocked her after that.
Yeah. I just want to see what time it is.
Oh yeah, well, we're gonna have to start packing soon.
I know, it's insane.
We're gonna have to get ready for bed and everything.
I don't know if I'm gonna sleep at all tonight, honestly.
Why?
Because we're leaving at like 4 or something in the morning.
You are?
Yeah. Me and Jaime and Cameron. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if you'll sleep at all. I might sleep like an hour. Just try not to wake me.
Yeah, no.
You have that alarm that crazy people have where it's just like emergency sirens that you would hear if you were in the Navy. If a torpedo was headed straight towards you.
Radar.
Radar. And it scares the shit out of me every time I wake up. Like, I love waking up to, like, adrenaline coursing through my veins and being like, yeah. I didn't know it was that funny.
It just, so I've tried many different types of alarms.
And that happens, she sets it for half an hour apart. So I get multiple rushes every morning.
15 minutes apart.
That's different. That's different.
I'm sorry. Well, I'm being nicer though, because there are some times where I like do like 5 minutes apart, like 3 5-minute intervals to make sure I'm up.
Yeah, I'm adjusted at that point. Like, I'm already ready to fight, and so I'm not phased.
I don't know. So I've tried many different types of alarms, and I noticed it has to be a certain volume. Like, there's a certain volume that has to be on my phone. I have to like go all the way down and click it up 8 times, and so it has to be on 8. No, 10. It has to be on 10. Sorry. It's like at a 16, and I have to
hold on to 10. No, 9. Okay, let's continue.
Because 8 is like the halfway mark, so it's right above. Because it has to be on an even number.
We need to get
my
this
phone.
Exact tally.
So I do it to 10. So I put it up to 10, and then I used like songs in the past. Like, I've used Closer. Like, some of my alarms are still Closer, by Chainsmokers and Halsey.
Yeah.
But when I use a song as a way to wake up in the morning, after a while I can't listen to the song anymore because I think about the process of waking up in the morning when I listen to it. And so then it makes me irritated with that song. So I was fine with Closer. But then after a while, it started irritating me, and that's the thing. I get irritated with having songs that alarm.
I was just thinking, my mom, her alarm is Bad Liar by Selena Gomez, and my sister set it to that, and my mom doesn't know how to change it, and she hates it. She's like, that one song where she's like, I was walking down the street the other day. She's like, God, it was the worst thing that's ever happened.
And then I've tried other, like, more alarming alarms, but I noticed it can't be too loud either. So I go through every single one of those alarm options, and I click on every single one of them to listen to them. And then I chose that one, the radar one, but I have to have only up to the 10 volume for me to wake up and not be irritated, but not be, like, falling asleep, like, to try and actually get myself out of bed. So that's why I have that as my alarm now. And it's really actually...
So then why did the radar one come up this morning?
What do you mean?
The radar came on this morning.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the one that I use now.
Oh.
It goes do-do-do-do-doom, do-do-do-do-doom.
Oh, okay, but I heard both. I heard Closer and
yeah,
radar this morning.
because I have some of them where I didn't change it from Closer.
Oh, it's
so and then that way also,
okay.
like if I wake up in the morning sometimes and I set multiple alarms, sometimes I get Closer, sometimes I get the radar. So now I'm not bored of it. So now I have 2 different alarms that I use.
You could do like a different song for every day or something. You know?
I don't know. I don't know if I could like get myself to hate that many songs. Yeah. You know? Let me just do every single Maroon 5 song except their earlier stuff. So bad. So repetitive, and I just... Yeah.
Something happened. Bet he, you know, the Illuminati killed him, and he was replaced by a clone who can only sing 4 phrases per song, I guess. The only person who's texted you is take pill reminder. Well, I mean, it's midnight. It's like I'm not expecting.
Yeah. Well, okay, here it's midnight, though. There it's like 9 something.
Yeah, Colin, what the fuck? I'm kidding. I'm not crazy. I swear to God. Actually, message me Les. No, I'm kidding. That's a joke, too.
Yeah, we've just been rambling for 40 minutes now, and you're not going to see 40 minutes of material by the time I'm done editing this and cutting things out, but... And you guys will be curious what was said.
What was said? You'll never know.
You'll never know. That's for us, ourselves, and
the walls.
Yeah. Us, ourselves, and something else. Yeah. Oh, man. Us, ourselves, and we, I guess.
And probably the person next door.
No, actually, probably this whole hall. You think about it. Like, we heard them the other night, and, like...
They better keep their mouths shut.
I was gonna say, our professor's right down the hall on the other side right there. We talk loud enough, he can hear us. I'm not ready to fly back tomorrow.
Oh, I'm so ready to go back.
Although, I feel like when we go back and when we have this class again on Tuesday together,
we're gonna miss it, yeah.
Well, and not only that, we'll have rested, but bonded so much this trip that we're gonna come back and be like, hey, guys!
Yeah.
Like, in class all on Tuesday. Like, every time we see each other, like, around campus and stuff, it's gonna be like, hey. Like, she went from the girl that I saw in the Stauffer gym one time to, like, actually a friend this trip, so...
This is so cool. It makes it sound like I go to the gym, when it was just, like, the one time I went. Thank you for that. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, man. And so, yeah, she's not just the girl from the gym that my friend thinks is hot anymore, so.
Yeah. Hey, Kanoa, what's up?
Our juggling buddy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not editing this out, sorry. Kanoa's gonna get shouted out in this.
It's okay. I don't blame you.
He's not shameless about that kind of stuff. He doesn't care about that kind of stuff, that's the thing. He really doesn't. He's very shameless with a lot of that stuff. He's like, so. But he's pretty cool. He's really nice and stuff, too, so. You're getting compliments on a vlog right now. Like, feel lucky, Kanoa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to, like, send him the link to this and be like, watch till the very end, because you're gonna want to.
Invoice him, too, in that same email or that text message or whatever. Who emails their friends? That was dumb of me to say. Hey, did you get my email? Where the fuck were you?
Although we checked our school meals.
School meal?
Or school emails often enough. I feel like I could do that and get away with it, but still, texting is a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah. that kid, he sent me 20, because I like to put emojis by everyone's name, and I'm like, oh, you can, like, pick however many you want, and, like, whatever you want, and I do it so that way people can, like, describe themselves, and if I'm, like, they're not right there, or I want to do it for a specific reason, I'll do certain little things, like, when I was in cheer, I put bows by all their names, and, like, for this trip, I put, like, the little city emoji by everyone's name, and, like, for Whittier, I put purple hearts by their names and stuff, so, like...
Also for war heroes, she puts purple hearts.
So, like, I do that kind of stuff, so I was like, Kanoa, like, send me any emoji you want, and, like, however many you want. This boy sent me 30 emojis to put by his name, and I did it. I put them all by his name.
Wow.
But he sent
Woman
me
of your word.
30 emojis to put by his name.
But I'm not going to text during our vlog. That would be rude. We'll just be on red for a little bit.
We're probably going to end it soon anyway because like, we need to start packing.
It's
late.
been an hour.
Yeah,
this is kind of fun. You should invite me to like vlogs and we can like make coffee. I don't know.
We can do. Oh my gosh, I'm getting an espresso machine sent down to me that I got for Christmas.
Keurig?
No, like espresso machine. Like comes out with and it has like the steam wand on it and everything.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah,
so we can make lattes. Oh my gosh.
This is great for my self-esteem, so like whatever I say.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. What? Okay.
When you laugh, it keeps me going with laughing too.
Really? So I don't laugh.
No, it's like a cute little like giggle laugh, and I love it.
Oh, thank you.
It's great. I love laughing, so I mean.
I think you know what's weird? It's like you know how to laugh, right? And you know how to like semi-fake laugh. But whenever you notice how someone has a unique laugh and you try to imitate it, it just never sounds human, even.
No. Yeah.
Like, try to imitate my laugh.
Hold on. You're like...
Oh, shit, really? Like, it sounds like Barry the Platypus.
Because you have like it's like almost like kind of like a cute little like giggle like forced laugh, but I feel like if I did it a different way, I'd sound like a baby like laughing and I don't
do it. Like, God.
I'll be right back.
Never gonna laugh again. Wait, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to entertain them?
Let's entertain them.
So, I just texted Colin because I'm like, I don't know what.
That's all right. I can always just cut it out. So,
yeah,
make me look like even faster for here. All right. No, it's more like I don't want to try this again because you're like, is that really what it sound like? I'm like, no.
No, it's just so funny.
Yeah, because it's like, I can't do it. I'm like,
I'm such a bitch. It sounds like I'm a bitch and I'm like, yeah, that's funny.
But not even exactly like that. I don't know. I can't do it.
Okay, wait, you gotta laugh.
Me?
Yeah, so I can imitate you.
Well, you gotta get me to laugh. I can't just laugh on cue. You've been listening to me laugh.
Okay, now I got it. It's like a bird quickly tweeting. See, mine's too breathy when hers has like is a crisp sounding at the end. It's like I gotta force it out at like 65 miles an hour to even. It just sounds like I'm like weirdly panting. I can't do it.
You know who could really imitate my laugh really well, like almost spot on? It's actually scary. He went to my high school, and his name's Robert Barber, and we were clarinetists together, and we were both like first clarinet or senior year together.
A guy?
Yeah, and like we had like economics together and like government together and stuff too, and like he sat across and he would imitate my laugh, and it pissed me off because I'm like, you sound like me, and I hate this. Like he had my laugh spot on, and I'd start laughing because of it, and then we'd sound the same, and I was like, stop it. It was terrible.
That's a cool skill to have.
Being able to imitate someone's laugh. Yeah, even just one person's.
By the way, I'm just like, I'm so bad at looking at this thing.
I know, I do the same thing where I just like look at myself and I'm like, hey, but I feel like when I watch it, sometimes I think that I'm like looking away, and other times I'm like, well, if you look at the screen the right way, it's like I'm looking like directly at you sort of thing, but also like the camera's meant for that too, so.
I feel like it's weird if I make direct eye contact.
We should like look up at the mirror at the same time. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh,
wait,
at
in
the mirror? Yeah, ready?
Fuck, I'm stupid.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I didn't like that.
So we were looking at ourselves here and went to looking at ourselves there. So either way, we were looking at each other. Like, sorry, we like looking at ourselves apparently.
I'm sorry.
Once I get like an actual camera, it'll make it a lot easier, so it doesn't always look like I'm like looking off places. I feel like
I just want to make sure that I'm not accidentally like.
No, it's fine.
While I'm like sitting telling a story, you know.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, should I show them the flowers that I got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here, you don't have to move it.
No, I was just like moving it back like this way.
I bought
get
these
some water.
flowers for my boyfriend.
They're
Back
so
at
cute.
Whittier, yeah.
Are you gonna explain like why?
Why?
Like-
Because I like him.
No, but like what you're gonna say or whatever when you give them to him.
Oh, yeah. I have this like joke planned, which is like weird. But if I think of something good, like when I think of an idea, I'm like, why not? So I'm gonna, when I get back, I'm gonna like give these to him and be like, I had these flown in from New York, make it seem like a big thing. I mean, it is gonna be hard because like getting this through the TSA and like on flight with me. That's really good.
Ooh, those do smell good.
And I like made a little hole so that you don't, when you smell them, you don't have to like have this thing on your face.
Yeah.
I make it sound like it was planned, but really it was just like it ripped.
Yeah.
I intentionally made a little hole. Yeah.
And then she didn't even use it that time, so like it shows how. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
It's unnecessary. Yeah. Should we sign off and start
Yeah.
packing?
I think we're getting to the point where we don't even know what to talk about anymore, really. It's just blabbering at this point. And we were fully reached an hour. We're at an hour and 7 minutes of film right now. And you're not going to see that much. But that's also why I'm splitting it up into a few different ones. Before we sign off, I want to use this as like the closing to the entire video. I don't think I'm going to do the traveling back at all. I'll probably do like, so, I'm not going to want to film that. I got a little bit of like, flying here, and I don't like filming myself in airports as much. So, I loved the week. I thought it was really cool. I enjoyed watching different types of theater that I've never experienced before. I enjoyed getting to do everything that we did today when it came to like going to the Rockefeller Center, the Empire State Building, to like seeing the Statue of Liberty, to like going to like Chinatown, Little Italy, Soho. We did
so much. I need to write down what we did yesterday so I don't forget.
I have the list. I can send it to you.
Okay.
I wanted to wait to send it to you. So
Yeah.
I was just waiting to send it to her as well. But so yeah, we did so much, and I can even like put in the description box below everything that we did, like day by day. I'll show you everything that we did each day. It was so much fun. I loved it so much. Like being able to say like, I always wanted to go to LA. I always wanted to go to New York, and I always wanted to meet my favorite YouTuber. And like I did meet my favorite YouTuber. Sorry, I was like blurring that together. And to say that I did all of that within a year of being an adult, like I moved to LA for college, like right outside of LA, and I met Nikki from Nikki and Gabby, and like I came to New York for a class trip. Like being able to do that all through college and like through education, but at the same time like having fun is the most like amazing thing ever. And to be able to finally like do that, like I'm already doing so much my first year. I can only imagine what I'm gonna continue to do like as I get older. And like my Twitter header used to be like Starbucks barista, like want to go to LA someday, and want to go to New York someday, and LA, and then it was like the days that like Gabby and Nikki followed me on Twitter. So like now I'm saying, oh, I'm living in LA, and I was like finally made it to New York, like, or like And so I finally, like, changed that. So the fact that, like, it used to say, want to visit LA and New York someday, and now I'm saying I live in LA, and I finally made it to New York. It's just...
Now you have to add some new goals, huh?
Yeah. Well, the next step is really just kind of traveling the world at that point, but, like...
That's a big jump.
Well, because, like, I want to be able to do, like, the studying abroad, like, other places in other countries and stuff like that. Like, I really want to get started on my traveling career, but I do, like, as of in the States, I want to go to, like, Hawaii and Alaska, and really do those. And then I want to, like, go to different parts of, like, the Caribbean and, like, southern Mexico and stuff like that too. And that's all close by that I want to do. But yeah, so, but the most, like, things that I've wanted to do ever since I was, like, a small young kid, like, and I mean, like, pretty young, I wanted to go to New York and LA and everything and just, like, experience that life, and now I am. It's just the most amazing thing ever. I had an entire Pinterest board of stuff to do while I'm in New York, and I did a lot of it too, like, other than the holiday stuff, because holidays are over now. But yeah, I enjoyed this week. It was a lot of fun. I definitely want to come back. I'm considering moving here, actually, like, maybe later on after college and everything, but we'll see.
Yeah, I want to live, like, everywhere. I want to live in a bunch of different cities, I think.
Yeah. So today was a week definitely of learning, definitely of experiencing.
Today was a week of learning, wasn't it? So well said, by the way. May I add.
This was, like, very much a week of learning different things, seeing things I've never seen before, being able to be a part of it in a way that I never thought possible, like stuff like that we saw, like the Infinite Hotel and everything, finally being able to see a Broadway show. Like, I am so grateful and thankful to Whittier College, to Professor Burton, and to, like, my classmates, and, like, and to Under the Radar for having this festival too, like, for us to come. It was truly an amazing experience, and I definitely want to come back when I save the money to be able to come here. Like, yeah, it was crazy. It was cool, and I loved it. And thank you to New York City for existing at this point. Like, just being amazing. And, like, the people here are a lot nicer than people give credit for anymore. Like, people were very helpful with directions, and, like, in stores they were, like, really nice and stuff. So, I mean, that part of it, I feel like, has evolved a lot. Like, New Yorkers are really not that mean. I've experienced a lot more mean people in LA area than I have here. So yeah, thank you for that, for this experience. And if you want to say what you learned this week or anything else, you can.
I learned that New York is very cliche, like, it lives up to everything. Like, I had heard someone say, hey, not exactly, hey, I'm walking here, but pretty close when a car came.
And the taxis blaring their horns.
Yeah, everyone's honking. Like, you see a bird cross in front of you, and you're just like, fuck you, bird. Heck you, bird. You can change that.
That'll just put a bleep over it too.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. What else? Everything's really close. Like, it's such a big city, but everything's closer than you would expect it to be, especially if you go on to the subways. Oh, the subways are cool. They're really scary at first. Like, when you get on them and it starts, like, shaking and you're hearing noises, you're like, oh my god, the first time I get on a subway and we're gonna die. And it's like, but then you see, like, someone, like, taking a nap through this, and it's like, oh, well, it must be fine then.
It's very much how you see it in the movies.
Yeah. Everything is pretty much true to, like, how you see it. Central Park, not that great. I mean, like,
we didn't go through too much of it though,
yeah,
too. So
and
I guess.
yeah, and I think it would be prettier, like, in the summer when it's in the full broom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, or also, like, the middle of winter when it's snowing and we can get a carriage ride or something like that too. That would also.
Everyone's pressuring you to buy something, like, always, like.
Or they're like, they give you something and they're like, all we ask for is a small tip, but they won't actually give it to you if, like, you don't tip them. So technically you are paying for it, but, like, whatever your price is or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of people that try and do that, and it's best to just avoid eye contact and keep walking. Like, just don't even stop at that point, or, like, say something like, You did one time. I'm a minor. Sorry.
Yeah, what I thought he was asking was, he was selling tickets to this one comedy club, but what I thought he was asking is, because he said, like, the word ladies, and he said club. I thought he was like, hey, ladies, you want to go? And I was just like, I'm not a minor, but, I just didn't want him talking to me.
Yeah.
I'm a major. Actually, I don't know what the opposite. I'm an adult.
But we're still not even 21 yet, so in some people's eyes, we are still...
No, yeah, we're babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone who's, like, not 26 is not an adult. If you're 26, I'm sorry. You're an adult, and you have to be responsible for everything.
I'm 30 and flirty and thriving.
No, who would want to be 30?
Actually,
like, who would want to just skip their 20s?
My RA, Amanda, she it's not that she wants to be, it's like, she answered, like, if you could be any age for the rest of your life, like, or for the rest of, like, forever, if you could be any age, she chose 30 because you're, like, stable. She's like, because I feel like when
people just want their life together. They just, they don't want to be old.
No. I know, like, right now, it's such, like, an awkward, like, what's going to happen next sort of thing, like, college, and then we have to worry about finding a job outside of college, and then finding a house, and then, you know, finding... you know, if you want to have that person in your life, and then, like, the idea of a family, that scares me right now. Like, the fact that some people I know are, like, engaged in having children and, like, getting married and stuff like that. I'm like, that's too soon for me. I don't know how I feel about that right now. I mean,
it's, like, their choice. Like, live your best life.
I was going to say, for me specifically,
that...
it's just a lot. But
no, I'm just gonna marry rich and... drink and
sugar daddy.
Yeah. If my foot pick business goes well, right now I'm just standing on the street offering pictures. No.
Like the artist we ran into.
Yeah. So these are all canvas of my ankles. Yeah. No, okay, so we ran into this one street vendor that was selling, like, these paintings of New York City, and it was like he had some vintage ones. There was like some of like Times Square and like really bright colors, and I was like, me being super naive, I was like, these are amazing, like, oh my god, how did you? And I was like, oh my god, only like $7 for this little thing. That's such a good deal. Like, you must have spent so much time on it. And I even told him, I said, I looked him in the eyes, and I was like, you are so talented. I was like, how is he just like a street vendor in Central Park? Like, he should, you know, be having art galleries. And then apparently those, you know, you just print them out and put it in a frame. And then, like, there's so many...
There's one specific picture I saw that was getting sold at a different cart that, like, we saw in a mural in Soho.
Yeah, so, you know, I was told that right after, and I was like, I wanted to take it back that I said he was talented. Because I felt... either he was like, wow, she's an idiot, or wow, she's rude and is, like, just making a remark of how I have to sell these things to make a living, even though it's, like, you know, not my work. I was like, ugh. Okay, now we should really sign off, huh?
Yeah. Thank you, New York. Thank you, everyone watching this.
Yeah.
I will try and keep up with some content. Maybe if I can convince at least someone to, like, film me, I'll get myself to put in my 2 weeks
You
to
looked
a job.
at me for a second.
I don't know if I can get you to do it, but, like,
depends.
Cool.
It depends what it is. Depends.
Yeah. So we'll try and see. I might have to do that, like, just to completely embarrass myself at a place that I never go to, so that way I can just never have to go there again.
Would have been perfect in New York, just across the country.
Except, what if I came back one day and they'd be like, you're that girl? Or, like, they saw my video if I got famous or something.
I really don't think you're going to get famous from this video.
No, I'm saying, like, if someday, because people, like, look back at old videos, like, what if that were to...
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Delete it.
Anyway, so, yeah, I'm probably going to do that. And I'll probably... I'll explain it to you when I post it and everything. I actually have footage from a video that I filmed back in October. I still have all the footage for it. I just need to edit it, and I'm probably just going to give you guys the outro and like intro and outro for it and explain why I waited this long or whatever, like, but still upload it. So expect a few videos if I can have the time to edit. Before I was going to say like every Sunday, but we know how that turned out. So, don't expect much, I guess, while I'm in college. Maybe over the summer when I have a little more free time and I'm not taking classes at the same time and I'm just working. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and go live your best life. Go accomplish